Okay.
I have a question.
What?
Why did you drop the camera before we started recording?
Well, now we're recording and you're talking about dropping the camera.
Yeah, I'm talking about you dropping the
Because
camera.
I dropped the camera. So
He,
we're going to see something
he
scary
cleaned
today,
it
right?
off, then he went to put it back and he dropped it behind the computer.
You know I can edit all that out, right? You ready?
You won't.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
Reacting to something scary.
Reacting to Snarled's Something Scary series. The
Yes.
2 newest episodes from last week. One from last week and one from this week, right?
Yes.
So, to give you guys a little history on this, we actually have this tradition, and it's been going on for a long time now, huh? It's been like a couple years at least, huh?
Yeah.
Almost every Tuesday we watch the Something Scary movies or videos. And
Well, we've missed these and we felt like it would be good to react to them because we missed them.
Yep, we felt like it'd be good to get 2 in, and then maybe we can react to each one every week from now on. Okay, so here we go. We're going to react to the first one, which is Croatian Alpine Holiday. And let's see. Let's make sure to go full screen first. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. One. What do you think? Like, does it make you want to act right? Act good? Afraid Krampus is going to come take you away if you try to sneak around and do things you shouldn't do? You going to make sure your shoes are clean for him when he gets here?
I don't need.
What? You don't think you should? Okay, what do you get this one up? I think we should just go with thumbs up or thumbs down. What do you think as far as scariness? Let's just say overall. Would you give it a recommend, or a thumbs up, or a thumbs down? Well, what do you think? I'm going to say thumbs up. I actually liked it. It was kind of a good story. You're going to do medium in the middle?
Yeah.
Not love, not hate?
That one wasn't that good.
Okay, number 2 is called Frozen Fury. Guessing from the picture, it's got something to do with a snowman. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Frozen Fury. You can only push someone so far until they fight back. But often what they do in retaliation is far worse. Revenge often has chilling consequences. It was a hard winter, made even harder for Daphne and her sister Amira by the relentless bullying they received on their walks to school each day. They were constantly ambushed by bullies who would pelt them with snowballs packed with rocks. Sometimes they would take their backpacks and empty them into the street. The worst bully was Keith, who made sure to take the girls' lunches each day. They had had enough. They snuck into their grandmother's room and took one of her forbidden books. It was a book that gave them instructions on how to build a mystical guardian, otherwise known as a golem. In ancient times, their Jewish ancestors were said to have constructed golems out of clay or mud for protection. Building a golem was no easy task, but they felt like they had no other option. Because it was winter and the ground was frozen and covered in snow, they had trouble finding clay, so the two decided to mix in some snow and build a giant snowman that would hopefully work as their golem. The sisters walked in a circle around the snowman and chanted the ancient words from their grandmother's book. Then, Amira hoisted Daphne on her shoulders so the girl could etch the secret symbols onto the snowman's forehead. Finally, they held hands and stood before their snowman golem and gave it its mission: punish all bullies. And then they waited.
That can't be
But
good.
nothing happened. Disheartened, they headed home. Daphne and Amira's walk to school the next day was shockingly uneventful. No one bothered them, and in fact, the kids that normally bullied them seemed to avoid the girls completely. That is, until they got to Keith. Keith demanded their lunches, and Daphne and Amira sighed and opened their backpacks, resigned to another day of bullying. Keith then took their lunch bags and emptied them onto the ground. He looked them in the eye as he stomped on their food. Tears welled up in their eyes, and just as Keith began to laugh at them, a snowball the size of a basketball plowed him in the head and knocked him off his feet. The girls turned to see where the snowball had come from and found their snow golem standing not too far behind them, unmoving. Keith was furious. He pushed himself up off the ground and balled his fists. Then he looked around to see who would have dared to do that. He marched past the girls, and as he neared the snowman, it jerked to life and lifted him off the ground. Daphne begged the golem not to hurt Keith, but Amira laughed and cheered as the creature tossed the boy effortlessly across the street and into a snowbank. Keith was shaken as he got back on his feet and ran away. Daphne looked once again at the unmoving snowman and her cheering sister. She wondered that she and her sister had gone too far. The next day, Daphne found her sister at lunch, standing by a trash can with a malicious smile on her face. Inside the trash can was a lot of uneaten food and also books. Daphne accused her sister of being a bully just like Keith and his friends. This isn't bullying. This is revenge, Amira exclaimed. On the walk home, none of the bullies would make eye contact with the sisters, including Keith, who ran across the street to avoid them. When Daphne asked Amira about it, she told her not to worry. But just as the girls turned the corner, they found their snowman golem towering over them. The girls took a step back as it raised its monstrous hand and pointed an icy finger at Amira. The snow parted where a mouth would be and let loose in a voice that sounded like gravel scraping against ice.
Punish all bullies.
The girls ran as fast as they could to get away from their monster. But every time they looked back, it was lumbering closer. Then it palmed Amira's head and lifted her off the ground. Daphne knew it was planning to toss her sister like it did Keith, but there was no snowbank to break her fall, only icy roads and jagged trees. Daphne had to act fast. As the lumbering snowman held her sister's head and ready to throw her, Daphne quickly made a snowball and took aim. The snowball smashed into the secret symbols on the golem's forehead, disconnecting the creature from its mystical power. The golem fell into a pile, and Amira landed on top, completely unnerved and fully aware of how close she had been to death. As the terrified girls stumbled away, neither noticed that snow landed on the scuffed marks on the golem's forehead. The ancient marks slowly started to reform as it started to take shape again. A golem must complete its purpose once made. Neither Daphne or Amira warranted its attention again, but now it was loose on the world, and one desire burned within its icy heart.
Punish all bullies.
Wow.
Thank you so much to all of you that made Something Scary one of your top podcasts for 2020. It looks
What did you think about that one?
Okay, I like that one.
That one. Okay. What would you give? You give it a thumbs up, thumbs down,
Up.
thumbs up? I think it was a good one too. I like it because it had a good message too. Do you know what the message was? To not bully.
Yeah.
And that just because sometimes you're being bullied, it doesn't make it right for you to turn around and be a bully. Okay, so
I knew their plan was gonna backfire.
on our first one, Croatian Alpine Holiday, you said what? I say thumbs up. I kind of liked it. I thought it was cool the way that it did it. It taught a valuable lesson too. It taught you not to lie, not to try to trick people for your gain.
I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it.
So you're somewhere in the middle. Okay. So then our second one, which was the Frozen Fury. You like that one though, right? Thumbs up on that one?
Yep.
All right. So we got one middle thumb and we got a thumb up on one. So that's like 1.5 thumbs. And then we got 2 thumbs on the second one, right?
Yep.
Okay. And that's the end of our reacting to Snarled's Snowman.
That
And
was incredible.
that was incredible. You think you like those? We might have to do more reviews, right?
Yes.
we'll put a link down below. So if you guys want to check out the Snarled YouTube page, you can. The YouTube channel.